morning. Everybody already finished with their Christmas shopping?
We are.
I don't even started
We
yet.
don't do Christmas. We are
That's good.
Jews. We say Jewish teacher.
You are Muslim, eh? You make fun of me.
Jehovah Witness.
There's a witness.
Where's your
7-day Adventist after Christmas.
Where's your cover head, or you call
This
that
one
this morning?
here.
Oh, okay, alright.
It is a nice day. I still love it, but it's nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful outside. Alright, I wasn't very happy with the test last week. I feel like you should have done better. But today what I'm going to look at is if you can apply what you read in the book and whatever you have learned from our presentation. So we're going to try to do some lab practice today. And what I'm going to give you, I'm going to give you a topic and we're going to discuss the topic. Let's suppose they call you today and they said they have a serious problem in Haiti. And the problem is because I don't believe it's food, although a lot of people call it food. I believe it's incompetence or lack of resources. So they call you to Haiti, they said, I want you to help solving that problem. This is your project. You went over there and you have 30 days to solve this problem. And as a project manager, how will you start?
I believe you will go brainstorming because you have to know what was out there. So how you was gonna ask questions, people who votes, people who didn't vote, you know, all this stuff. So I think that's my opinion.
Why you said brainstorming?
Because I wanna know what was in the in the fields, how that happened. If there's somebody saying
Maybe it's the name you give it. Maybe you may be right, but I don't think the right word is brainstorming to start a project. You cannot start a project with a brainstorming because I made it clear, and the book that you are reading made it clear. You start a project by meeting the sponsor, by meeting the customer, to find out if you really understand the job that they want you to do. And you're not going to figure out what you're supposed to do for the customer until you meet with the customer and discuss the project with the customer. This is not a brainstorming. You have to have a formal meeting because the guy call you, tell you, I want you to solve this problem in Haiti. He has some expectation. Maybe his expectation is to go over there, try to put together a team that's going to do a huge public relation to convince people that this result is good. Maybe he wants you to go over there to meet the expectation of the 12 candidates who want everything can solve at all. Maybe he wants you to go over there, forget about democracy, take over the power. You don't know yet what the guy wants to do. The guy said, I want you to go over there and solve this problem.
So when you get
It's depend of the way the customer see the problem. It's depend of the expectation of the customer. Maybe you might decide, I don't want to be part of this. But you have to have a formal meeting with the guy to find out what the guy wants exactly. Do you agree with me on that?
yeah.
You agree with me, my friend? Yeah. And in every project, this is the way you're going to start the project. Make sure you understand clearly the purpose of the customer. Make sure you understand the expectation of the customer. And this is from there you can start your planning. So now, After you figure out what is the expectation of the customer, what is your next move? Figure out what is the purpose of the customer, what the customer expects from you. You know what the deliverable is going to look like. So now, what is the next step? As a project manager, what is your next step?
Choose the team.
You cannot choose the team yet. Because
I
there is a
already know
process.
I have my purpose and everything, so it's to be
The
like
process is, after you have the formal meeting, you will have to go and write down all the major steps necessary to accomplish the customer's goal, to accomplish the customer's expectation. You're going to write down all the major steps, all the major work that need to be done. This is what you call your work statement. This is what you call your work statement. You have to put down your work statement to find out this is what I'm going to do. This is the step I'm going to take to realize this project. So after you finish to do that, it is recommended that you meet the customer again. So the customer is aware of what you're going to do to see if the customer agree upon your preliminary work. So if the customer agree with you, what you think is going to happen?
So now
Go on.
we decide.
If they like it, right?
They like it, so now we'll make the plan and present it to them again.
What do you need from them after they agree
Eh,
with your preliminary planning? What they have to do?
you have to sign
Sign papers,
What paper?
the charter.
The project charter.
Yeah.
So this is when they're going to say, we agree up on your preliminary plan, and you're going to be the one to do the project, and they're going to establish a project name. The project charter have to give a name to the project and name the project manager officially. And this paper must be signed by someone who has a lot of authority. Not anybody can sign a project charter. It has to be the person in charge.
This.
So now you have the project charter. What is the next move you're going to make as a project manager?
Still your
The
team.
team.
That's why you're going to build up your team, because you're going to find the guy that can do the planning with you. Because what you did was a preliminary planning. You define the project, you define all the major work package that's going to be part of your project. So when you have, once you have the project charter, now you're ready to build up your team, and you know who do you need, what type of specialty you need to do this job. And after you build up your team, what is the next step? You're going to start the planning, the formal planning of the project. You start with that after you have your team, and you're going to put in front of them the work statement that you prepare with your customer. And now, together with your team, you're going to do the planning. And now, what are the elements that's going to be involved in the planning? What do you do when you're planning a project?
So you have
The
to break
contract or everything, they want the people you need.
You already have the people you need because you already have your team.
Okay. So
You
now
have to
Time.
work breakdown structure, because you have to.
So now we got the team, so we want to tell the team.
He says something that is true. You have to do, they're going to do the work breakdown structure to make sure they identify all the work package that should be involved in the project in order to accomplish this project. Those are the work package that should be included. And remember what I said, if a work package is not included in the planning, it's not part of the project. So for that reason, you need specialists, you need qualified team member to sit down with you, to look at the project, do a work breakdown structure, to figure out how much work need to be done to realize this project. And there one thing that is important too, even before you do that, is look at the risk that can involve. Because if you don't know the risk, you cannot do a good planning, because every risk you're going to need some money to solve. Now, there are risks that you know, and there are risks that you don't know. So what do you do to identify all the risks? What do you do to identify the risks?
Oh, like you have to do the brainstorming, you go down there, have somebody talking to other people.
And who will involve in that brainstorming you talk about? I would say a meeting. So who will involve in that meeting where you're going to have that big brainstorming?
Down there, like let's say this is Haiti, you have to go to Haiti. And
let's say project in general, after that we can focus on Haiti. So what you will do is to make sure that you have all the stakeholders involved. A team member, anybody that will be affected by the project or anybody that will affect the project. If you want to go specific to the Haiti project, the candidates should get involved, the business people should get involved, the political parties should get involved, the electoral council should get involved, the government should get involved, and the international community who are players out there, they all should get involved, and we're going to look at together what may be the risk to this project. And in planning, we have to set up risk management to make sure that the risk that you don't know, because in your meeting, that doesn't mean you're going to identify all the risks, because there are risks that does not depend on us. They are natural catastrophes. There are a lot of things that can happen, but as you are a good project manager, you're going to find out what to do when this happens.